Do you know someone who treats their birthday like it's just another Tuesday? No party, no countdown, no posts. Sometimes they don't even mention it at all. While everyone else plans weeks in advance who to invite, what to wear, what to post, they're genuinely confused by the fuss. And here's the thing most people miss. This isn't indifference, it's psychology. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to explain what's actually happening inside their mind. But first, if you enjoy psychology that explains quiet behaviors most people misunderstand, subscribe and drop a comment telling me where you're watching from. Now, let's talk about birthdays, because how someone treats their birthday isn't just a preference, it reveals how they process identity, validation, time, and even connection. Let's start with the first layer. People who don't celebrate their birthday often have what psychologists call an internal sense of identity. Their sense of worth doesn't come from outside confirmation. Think about what a birthday really is. It's a social ritual. Cake, messages, attention. It's the world saying, "You matter. We see you." But for these people, that message already exists internally. They don't need a calendar reminder to feel real. They don't need applause to confirm their existence. Their confidence is quiet, not loud enough to perform, not fragile enough to require proof. Research consistently shows that people like this score higher in authenticity. They're not managing impressions, they're not curating moments, they're simply being. And to a world addicted to visibility, that can look strange. The second layer is how they experience time. Most people treat birthdays as milestones, a checkpoint, a reminder that time is moving and expectations should be met. But birthday-neutral people don't experience time that way. To them, growth doesn't happen in yearly resets. It happens slowly, invisibly, daily. There's nothing sacred about the date they were born. One day isn't more meaningful than the next. Psychology calls this low temporal landmark attachment. It means they're present-focused, not ceremonial, less obsessed with markers, more connected to continuity, almost meditative. Not, "I'm older now, I should feel different," but "I'm changing all the time anyway." Now let's talk about the part most people never consider: social energy. Birthdays require emotional labor. You have to respond to messages, manage expectations, perform gratitude, smile through conversations, pretend you love gifts you don't need. For people who skip birthdays, it's not that they dislike people. They're often deeply selective. Psychologists call this high social selectivity. They have a limited budget for social performance, and they spend it carefully. They don't want obligation disguised as celebration. They don't want attention that feels forced. They don't want rituals that drain more than they give. Opting out is a boundary, a quiet one. They're saying, "I care, but I don't want to perform." And that's not avoidance, that's self-respect. So if you're someone who treats your birthday like a normal day, you're not cold, you're not broken, you're not ungrateful. You're likely wired for internal validation, for presence over performance, for depth over spectacle. You don't need a day to remind you that you matter. You already know. And here's the uncomfortable truth. In a culture where celebration is often louder than meaning, choosing simplicity looks strange. But sometimes the healthiest people are the quietest ones, the ones who don't announce themselves, the ones who don't need candles to feel alive, the ones who let another year pass without asking it to prove anything. So the next time someone shrugs off their birthday, don't assume they're lonely. They might just be at peace. And if you want more psychology like this, the kind that makes you pause and say, "Oh, that explains a lot," subscribe. Because understanding yourself was never supposed to be loud. It was supposed to be honest.